Good afternoon, beekeepers and bee enthusiasts. How you doing? It's another great day at the farm, and it is spring. We're in April. The weather's beautiful. The bees are swarming, and as you saw that clip at the very start, we caught our first swarm of the season, and they're looking good. Yesterday we saw them actually in a big cloud. They moved all over the property, and they ended up settling in that hive in the back. We're calling the Clover Heights hive, yeah, they're looking really good, and we're really happy about that. So today we had a wonderful video for you planned, and of course, if you remember last July, we purchased 3 Layens Hives from Dr. Leo, and we gave our first impressions of it, and we just wanted to talk to you about it today. And of course, we love the hives. They look good. The only thing I was a little skeptical of is the walls were only 11/16 thick versus the 1.5 inch thick walls of the rest of our hives. So we were curious how they would do over the winter time. Well, winter came, and we got some cold days in the winter, especially in December. It got down below 0 with wind chill. I mean, it was cold. So today we're going to show you the 3 hives and show you if the bees are there, how they're doing, all that good stuff. And we think it'll be a really good video. We'll give our final thoughts at the very end, but let's go ahead and walk around and take a look. And without further ado, let's break right into it. Okay, so here's the first hive we're showing off today that we purchased from Dr. Leo. We actually did a swarm installation video, and we showed us taking the bees out of the tree and putting them into this hive. And as you can see, they're still very active. They're doing very well. The hive has held up really good so far. They've pretty much just about every day they've been coming and going and doing their thing. I'll probably end up opening that top entrance before too long when I start seeing a lot of activity. But yeah, they seem to be doing just fine. And yeah, I like this little area back here. It's nice and quiet. And yeah, I'm very happy about how these bees have done. And to my surprise, despite the wall length or whatever, they made it through the winter just fine. And I remember in December, we had some cold days, like it was like below 0 almost, and they made it just fine. So they're doing okay now, and I'm sure they'll keep doing okay. Okay, so this is the second hive we purchased from Dr. Leo, and they're doing really good. I totally botched this installation. So these bees that live here now, we caught them in a swarm, and they were attached to a cherry tree. And when we put them in the swarm hive at this location, when I lowered them into the box, they didn't stay. They stayed for a little while, and then they ended up leaving. But then they came back, believe it or not, and they stayed in the swarm hive. And I mean, they seem to be doing fine now. Again, the hive just looks beautiful, and they've been active, and they've been here now for almost a year. And once again, they made it through the winter time. We had some cold days, but they made it fine, no problem. And they seem to be doing fine now. I'm getting a few that are buzzing me right now, so this might be a little bit of a warmer hive. I wouldn't say a hot hive, but I'd say a warmer hive. But anyway, they seem to be doing really good right now. So yeah, that's really good. Okay, and this is the last hive we ordered from Dr. Leo. We caught this swarm pretty much in a tree right beside where this hive is at ground level. Then we moved them into Dr. Leo's hive here. And yeah, we're 3 for 3. The bees are doing fine here. They're very active. Showing good activity. I don't know if they've swarmed already or if they're about to swarm. They were a little bit more active than they are now, but in any case, they're looking great now. And yeah, very happy about this. Very happy about Dr. Leo's hives. And yeah, they've just done really well. Okay, so we walked around, we showed you the 3 hives that we purchased from Dr. Leo. All those hives we put bees into last year, we put colonies inside of them. And you know, even though we had some days in the winter that were below zero, all the hives made it through, or all the colonies made it through no problem. So I gotta say, we're very happy about how they've done, and we're so happy, in fact, we're about to order another 3 hives from Dr. Leo, and I assume one of them we're gonna be installing that swarm you saw inside, and so we'll make a whole video about that. But in any case, we're really happy with it. You know, I was skeptical about the wall width and whatnot, but like I said, it got really cold this winter, and all 3 colonies inside each of those 3 hives made it through just fine. So we got to say we're really happy with them, and yeah, and I highly recommend it. We've gotten emails recently. Someone asked me, I said, hey, can you sell me a hive? Can you build me a Layens hive? And I said, we're not selling Layens hives right now. But if you are looking for a Layens hive, go to horizontalhive.com, and there you can get some very well made hives from Dr. Leo, and you know, they won't let you down. Like I said, we're very happy about them. So in any case, we hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, we'll see you soon. So I'm going for a hike right now. We're on the Layens property, and so far we know that 10 out of 11 of our hives made it through the winter, and this is the last one we haven't seen. So I wanted to get a look at them and see if they made it okay. And if they did make it, then I would say that's a pretty good survival rate over the winter. Sorry if you hear me breathing kind of hard. That mountain is something to hike up. I know this is a long exit video, but I think it'll make for a good exit. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, as you can see, we have bees coming and going. So that was 11 out of 11 hives made it. Sorry, I'm shaking here. 11 out of 11 made it this year, so that's pretty cool. So they look like they're doing okay. All right, until next time.